In the glittering whirlwind of Hollywood premieres, where exes often orbit each other like cautious planets, Jennifer Lopez's latest move has sent ripples through Tinseltown. Fresh off a seemingly cordial reunion with her former husband Ben Affleck at the New York City premiere of her upcoming musical thriller Kiss of the Spider-Woman, the multi-hyphenate superstar opted for a subtle yet pointed exclusion that has fans and tabloids buzzing. Affleck, who co-produced the film through his Artist Equity banner alongside longtime collaborator Matt Damon, was effusive in his praise for Lopez's performance, calling her incredible during the event on that crisp autumn evening. Yet, in a digital sleight of hand that's pure J.Lo, the singer-actress shared a carousel of premiere highlights on Instagram that conspicuously omitted any trace of her ex, turning what could have been a nostalgic nod into a masterclass in selective storytelling. The premiere itself was a spectacle worthy of Lopez's stature, a blend of high drama on screen and subtle intrigue off it. Held in the heart of Manhattan, the event drew a constellation of stars, but the real electricity crackled between Lopez and Affleck, whose 2022 marriage and subsequent 2024 divorce had played out like a blockbuster sequel to their early 2000s Bennifer saga. Posing for cameras with practiced ease, the pair shared moments that hinted at lingering respect, if not warmth. A shared laugh here, a knowing glance there. Affleck's presence wasn't mere courtesy. As an executive producer, he had skin in the game, and his glowing endorsement of Lopez's turn as the enigmatic lead carried the weight of professional admiration. "She's incredible in this," he told reporters, his words a bridge over the chasm of their split. For fans still mourning the end of their union, it was a glimmer of reconciliation, a suggestion that time had softened the edges of heartbreak. But Lopez, ever the architect of her own narrative, had other plans. Hours after the flashes faded, she curated a social media post that captured the night's magic. Stunning snapshots of herself in a form-fitting gown that accentuated her timeless allure, flanked by her 17-year-old twins, Maximilian Max, David Muniz and Emmy Maribel Muniz, whom she shares with ex-husband Mark Anthony. Also featured was her co-star Tonatiuh, whose chemistry with Lopez promises to electrify the screen. The images radiated family pride and artistic triumph, with Lopez beaming as her children stepped into the spotlight beside her. Yet, scrolling through the carousel, one glaring absence jumps out: Ben Affleck. No joint photos, no captions crediting his production role, not even a tagged mention. It's a snub wrapped in glamour, subtle enough to evade outright pettiness but sharp enough to sting. Captioned simply, "A Night to Remember, Kiss of the Spider-Woman premiere New York." The post prioritizes her personal milestones over any shared history with Affleck, redirecting the focus to her evolution as a mother and artist unbound. This digital erasure isn't just passive. It's a statement, one that echoes the complexities of post-divorce dynamics in the age of Instagram curation. Lopez and Affleck's romance was a cultural phenomenon, rekindled after 2 decades, culminating in a Vegas wedding that felt like destiny. But by August 2024, irreconcilable differences had unraveled it all, leaving fans devastated and the couple navigating co-parenting and public scrutiny with varying degrees of grace. Lopez, at 56, has long embodied reinvention, from her Selena breakout to her Super Bowl halftime triumph. Her career trajectory post-Bennifer 2.0 has been one of fierce independence. Sold-out tours, beauty empire expansions, and now this bold return to Broadway roots with Kiss of the Spider-Woman. The film, a reimagining of the Tony-winning musical about love and illusion in a repressive regime, mirrors Lopez's own life, trapped in spotlights, yearning for authenticity. By sidelining Affleck in her highlight reel, she's asserting narrative control, reminding the world that her story now centers on legacy building with her children, not revisiting old flames. Delve deeper, and the snub reveals layers of emotional intelligence. Affleck's praise, while genuine, arrives amid his own tabloid entanglements. Rumors of reconciliations with Jennifer Garner, whispers of new romances. For Lopez, including him might invite speculation, reopening wounds for public dissection. Instead, she chooses empowerment, showcasing Max and Emmy as co-stars in her journey. The twins, turning 17 amid their mother's high-profile split, have been her anchor, often seen at events that blend family bonding with red carpet glamour. Their presence at the premiere wasn't incidental. It's a deliberate foregrounding of the bonds that endure. Emmy, with her emerging musical talents, and Max, the quiet observer, represent Lopez's greatest production yet, raising resilient kids in a fishbowl existence. By framing the night around them, Lopez transforms a potential X-Factor drama into a testament to maternal strength, a subtle rebuke to anyone reducing her to romantic footnotes. The film's themes amplify this subtext. Kiss of the Spider-Woman explores illusion versus reality, the blurred lines between performance and truth, art imitating Lopez's life in uncanny ways. As the lead, she channels a character ensnared in fantasy to escape tyranny, much like how Lopez has used art to transcend personal turmoil. Her preparation was grueling: vocal training to reclaim her Broadway chops, physical transformations to embody vulnerability. Affleck's production role stemmed from mutual respect for the project, but Lopez's on-set focus was laser-sharp, reportedly minimizing off-screen interactions to preserve professionalism. This premiere's snub extends that boundary setting into the social sphere, a digital velvet rope that says, "Admire from afar." Fans, divided as ever, see it variably. Some applaud the boundary, others decry the shade. Yet, in Lopez's world, where every post is a power move, it's less snub and more sovereignty. Looking back, their reunion echoes past chapters. The original Bennifer era, with its paparazzi-chased passion, set precedents for how celebrity couples commodify their love. The 2022 revival promised maturity, but cracks emerged. Scheduling conflicts from Affleck's directing gigs, Lopez's relentless work ethic clashing with his introspection. The divorce filing cited no acrimony, but the emotional residue lingers. Lopez's post-split era has been a phoenix rise. Her This Is Me Now album and tour dissected the romance's rise and fall, turning pain into platinum. Now, with Kiss of the Spider-Woman poised for awards buzz, she's scripting her next act sans co-stars from the past. Affleck, meanwhile, channels energy into artist equity, a venture born from Damon collaborations like Air and The Instigators, aiming to uplift underrepresented voices. His praise for Lopez feels like closure, but her omission suggests she's already turned the page.